Hello, everyone. Welcome to CurseTheCluster Late Night Gaming. Except not late at all, is it? In fact, here where I'm at in Toronto, Canada, it is very early. It is 8:53. I couldn't sleep this morning, so I woke up and actually I woke up because my cat put his paws on my face and then couldn't fall back asleep. So you can thank him for this early stream. We are here on Valguero on our cluster server. I'm not currently. I might do the Insane Island series later today, but right now we are on our cluster server, and I wanted to just kind of take you around a little bit and show you. So here's the. I don't know if I've shown it much, but this is the base underground in the aberrant biome of Valguero. And this is Devil Doll. I don't know if you know the reference, but Devil Doll was a kind of a cartoon on the internet, kind of like the first animated when Flash animated series were kind of a thing. Anyway, why isn't it doing it? I need to. Huh. Usually you just click E and then it raises the elevator. It's not doing it. Okay, I probably know why. So it's really cool. It's like it's not the greatest. I mean, it's a good level. It was like a 175, and I think this red is from a leftover from the 4th of July event, the Independent, because it was not a mutated creature at all, but it looks really cool. It's a female, so I want to get a male and like do an imprinted one that's actually good, because this one's kind of like this is as fast as it runs right here, and if it was imprinted, it would actually be useful. And you know they kind of nerfed Velanosaurs, so they aren't as great as they used to be. All right, let's go up. Yeah, this is not convenient. There we are. So let's get a really good look at her. Yeah, she's awesome. See? Red, white, and blue. I don't know where the white is exactly, but very cool looking. I painted the saddle to match, of course, and so yeah, I don't know if you've seen this base in a while, but it's pretty cool. This is using S Plus and Platforms Plus, I believe. So here we got one bedroom. And then over here is another. This one's mine. That's my Featherlight. Got a few good levels for the spring horns, and we're going to probably breed them up and get a better one. I don't know. It's male and female there. Then we've got the kitchen. Nothing really fancy here yet. This is using the Eco Decor mod kitchen. It gives you water where you would normally not have it. So that's good. Why can't I? There we go. Because it would be a pain to get water up here. So this goes back up, of course, and got a little nook for our gear and all the things we find out here in the aberrant biome. Let's take this guy out to where I'm. So this is going to be kind of the stable area out here, and we've got a pterodon for when I die out there and I need to ride to my corpse. And here is our rock drake. Now this rock drake didn't come from here because, just so you know, in the aberrant area, rock drakes aren't here. But I did install a mod made by the map creator that created the Valguero map, adding the things he wanted to add. So this is a mod outside of Wildcard that did add rock drakes. Now I haven't gone down and found them and gotten one, but this one is actually from Aberrations that I brought here. So that's the whole point of our cluster server, is we can use things from other maps. So rather than pretending like we're in a sealed environment, I'm actually just embracing the fact we're on a cluster and bringing things around from other maps. So now something else that has happened is one of my tribe mates, Cat, has recently become active again, and she's been building a base here on Valguero. And it's pretty cool. It's in the redwoods in a castle ruin, and it's not the castle you think of. In fact, I don't know if everyone knows there's that big castle that has the cave into the mountain, and it's got like a doorway that looks like it goes further but doesn't really, you know. And she was pretty keen to build there, but I don't know if you've seen, but you can't build inside of that cave. Even on my server, where I have allow cave building and all that, I have no restrictions. In fact, I turned it on so you can build anywhere, but it still doesn't allow you to build there. From what I read online, it's because they felt it would be an exploit, and they didn't want, this is of course loading in the main map, they didn't want people exploiting that space, so they removed it. You can't build there. So that ended up bumming her out, because basically without building there, if you can't build there, then everything's outside, and it kind of sucked. But then I pointed out that there's another castle that, although it's smaller, it is still certainly a castle. So she took a look at that and decided, yeah, she'll build there. So I'll swing by there and show ya. And also another update to this server, I removed the archaeology mod that brought all the wildcard skins to life as real dinos. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. Remember, there was an archaeology update that gave us skins for dinos, and then a modder turned them into real dinos. So you had a Bracky and the one for the trike and the one for the Bronto, and turned them all into real ones. And I had that installed for a long time, but I had no desire to tame any of those creatures, and they were very prevalent. They were everywhere. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to remove it. Anyway, so I did. I removed it. And here's the castle she is building. I don't know if you're familiar with this one. She has put a roof on it. So this was a castle ruin that it was like empty in the center. Like destroyed castle. So she's been building this out and making it useful. So to help her out, I removed that mod because I didn't want it anymore, and then I replaced it with a building mod called Castle Keeps and Forts Medieval Architecture. So she can now take this and make it look more like a castle. She hasn't begun doing that yet, but so you can see here. Here's the runes here, and it does consider her inside a house, at least on the second floor. So you can see where she's added walls and where the original runes are. And she's going to try to block these out, and she actually did a pretty good job of laying the floor down to match up with everything. You see, it's like almost perfect how the wall lays against this. She did a really good job. And then, of course, with the castle keeps and runes, she'll be able to make this even look more like a castle. Oh yeah, this is going to be the bedroom area, I think. I built these stairs. She may change them. I don't know. They're kind of weird. That's kind of nice. I like those stairs. But then she made this into the working area, workshop area. Like I said, she just started, so it took a lot of freaking work just to fill in this space. Just have to make sure everything's cool before I turn around. So yeah, here's the front of it. And then if you're familiar with this, you know, just in case. There's a, so we do have the ARK Editions collection on here, which added this new dino. And it is not a nice one. It's very mean, so I want to be ready. Oh, he went a little crazy. You took my demo gun, which I can quite literally remake in a second. But I'm not gonna. Thanks. Okay, good. So she put a door here. And then this has a, which I think is kind of weird. There's no door on this side. There's the sound of that mean dino, that ARK Editions one. So there's no door here, but there is a bridge that leads out to this kind of fort out here, which is cool. But then why isn't there a door on this side? I don't quite understand that. So I'm not sure if she's going to extend her stuff out to here or not. Yeah, it's so weird there's no door on this side. There's doors on all the sides but this one. And then this has something out here. So everything else doesn't. I don't know. It's just weird. Weird decision. Okay, I think we're good. I don't think there's anything bad. But this is a big space. And this is the smaller of the two castles in the Redwoods. And it's still huge. I don't know what she's going to fill it with because it's just massive. She made a little balcony out here, which is awesome. But when she starts laying in that stuff from the castles, keeps, and forts mod, I think it's going to look even better. And speaking of that, I've done a few things with it at my base. Let's see. See, this thing's neat, but I don't know. So, I wonder if I can show you one of those bigger dinos, those new ones in the ARK collection. Let's see here. Huh, could have sworn I heard one when I was outside earlier. Let's see. There's one right there. Trying to find a good place to land. Yeah, I do 800 damage per bite, so I'm not particularly worried about it. It's pretty cool looking, isn't it? Really cool looking. That's a 156. That's not a bad level either. It looks right, you know what I mean? It looks like how they're supposed to. You know, thin and kind of skinny. So that is in the ARK Editions mod. Taming it is hard. Taming it is so complicated that I'm not sure I'm interested in taming it. There's another one. Ooh, messed with the wrong creature. To tame it, you have to like shoot it until it goes sideways, and then you have to like shoot it like every 5 seconds until it roars, and then you throw biotoxin down its throat. It's like this whole process. I'm like, okay, I don't think I care enough. I mean, once you get a male and female, then you can just breed them. You have to deal with all that crap, but I don't know. Maybe one day. So here we are, home sweet home. Luckily, her base and mine are far enough apart that we don't load at the same time because she's got a lot of walls and things, at floors, ceilings. Okay, so the ARK Editions, or excuse me, the castles, keeps, and castles, forts, and keeps, or castle, keeps, and forts, that adds workbenches. So this is like carpentry table. I've learned a few things for it. And then villager table. Now, again, I've learned a few things. I'll show you here in a second. And then a masonry table. Now these are the same ones. If you watch the Insane Island, this mod is on there. So we've done some things with that. It just creates a nice archway, and you can go up and change the wood color. Elm, English oak. Here, I'll just change it so. See, that's a little dark for the rest of everything. Actually, it's not bad, is it? And then elm. And then sweet chestnut. Sweet chestnut. So I've added a few accents here and there, like right here as well. Because this isn't a castle, so added some ceiling scaffolding just because I think it looks nice. And it's got the same color options. And people always say, where's your base? Like they want to come and crush it. Yeah, we're on a private server, and I know sometimes people say that I'm not hardcore because I'm not on a public. But I've done public, so I know what it's about, and kind of boring. So I don't do public. I don't like building something just to get smashed, so. And then I added these, which you can also change. They're like a little end cap, which is nice because the way everything kind of laid out here, I ended up with no peak, and that kind of sucked. So I'm glad it kind of adds a peak. And you can, again, change some of this. Now this allows you to change the center. Old plaster, herringbone, and I don't think you can change this part. Because it should be sweet chestnut, but it's not. So. But if you look, and you type in castles, keeps forts, yeah. So here is all the things that it shows you, and there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff you can learn. And this is for the villager crafting table, or the carpentry table. Builds these. The villager table builds these things. And it's also got a blacksmith table to make like medieval looking things. Now, of course, these don't become ascendant or any higher level than primitive, so I don't know if I'll ever build them because you have better things in drops, but you know. There's some, I don't know if you can actually see them. Yeah, you can. And then here is the stuff for the castles, and it's got a lot of cool things. Now, just to warn you, there is a mod. So this is the original. Now, there is a remastered version that does get updated, because I don't think this has been updated since 2017, frankly. Now, the team has started work on a remastered version, which doesn't have all this stuff. It's focusing just on the castle so far. I had that installed in here, and I really wanted all this other stuff because I don't have a castle, so I wanted to have access to this village and carpentry stuff. So I wanted to, because that's not in the remastered version. The only thing in remastered is like the redone of this kind of masonry stuff. So I uninstalled it and I just put in the original. But yeah, it's got a lot of things. It's even got catapults and trebuchets and all kinds of wacky stuff. Which, since we're on a PvE server, we'll probably never use. But that was odd. Oh, here's Chuck. You want to see a bug with these that has been here? I'm sure you know about it. You go and you update them. Let's see. I'll put some into health. And he stands after he does his emote. And then you go, oh, sit down. Oh, no. He's already sitting down. It's just a bug. So you have to say stand up, and then you can go say sit down. And that's been in the game forever. So removing that archaeology mod just deleted a few creatures, but that's fine. I think it even deleted their saddles. Of course it would. Yeah. Okay. Now there's somebody on the server. I don't really know them. They asked if they could be on, and I said yeah. And so I whitelisted them, and I don't know if they're playing or not. I just haven't seen any notifications that they're here, but I came online one time, and this whole little island here where I have my base, there's nothing on there. There's no aggressive creatures or anything, and I came online and everything was, all the creatures were all over the place, and it's like they had attacked something. I don't know if it was that person. I looked at the tribe log and there was nothing talking about any of that. So I don't know why everything was messed up. I mean, realistically, creatures don't move if you aren't online. They basically aren't loaded in. The game kind of remembers their position, and they aren't like actively moving around, and if it's unloaded, they don't move. So that means somebody was in the area and something happened while they were there. And I can only assume it was that person, because the rest of I mentioned it to my rest of the tribe, and they're just like, So, unless they just didn't notice something happening. But, like I said, everything's generally pretty peaceful around there. I don't get attacked by anything. So I'm kind of wondering if that person did join. Where is her base? It's a girl. So the place I used to work, till recently, had like 800 people. So I don't really know her, and I don't know. She has no way of contacting me now, frankly, because I'm not there anymore. So look, there's so many creatures left over from that 4th of July event. So I was tinkering with the idea of installing the Jurassic Park mod on here, but I think it would just make everything too crazy. Because we have it installed on the Insane Island series, and it's crazy. They're really tough dinos. They're really high level, or high damage, so I don't know. It could make things bad. You know, if I was her, I would probably be more in the tropical region. I'm just kind of looking around. I don't know. As the server owner, I think I can find out who's been logging in, or I wouldn't mind leaving her a note or something to say, if you need to contact me for anything for the server, I'm no longer where I was. I'm no longer at work, and you'll need to, you know, send me a message. But can't do that unless I find her. Is that got a ring around it? I don't know. I'm sorry, this is kind of boring. I'm sorry. I will probably be playing the Insane Island later today. Over there, we just tamed some two-headed creature. This is not a cheated creature. This dragon ice wyvern was pulled right out of the trench here in Valguero. The only thing that's modified about it is that we have max levels at 180, which boosts the wyverns. Just like on vanilla, the wyverns have a higher level than max. So this one was a 224, I think. And I imprinted it, but it's not cheated in any way. It is just a death machine, though. Yeah, that has a ring. Okay, we're waiting for that. Sorry. That's a big problem with the Insane Island series is that I have bad gear there. And then there was a bug where my guy died and his bag got stuck inside of the ground and I couldn't get to it. I couldn't even cheat to get to it. And so I lost all of my stuff. So I'm starting over with primitive, which sucks. But I like this biome. Looks like there's two drops on top of each other. Huh. Okay. Ghillie pants. That was a terrible drop. Not good. Alright, well, we're not going to find anyone's base in the fog. So when she contacted me about it, she had contacted me back in May, and I hadn't noticed the message. And then I noticed it just like last month. And I said, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I saw you wanted to join our server. And she's like, yeah, I just would love to check out Valguero. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So I let her in, and she had no intentions of joining our tribe. And that's super fine. I mean, I have no problem with people on the server wanting to do their own thing. That's kind of cool, in fact. Kind of prefer it. So, but I would like to turn Crystal Isles back on and Ragnarok so we can do more jumping back and forth between the clusters. But for some reason my tribe mates, I don't understand why, can't get to Crystal Isles. It always times out on them. I don't understand why that is, but it really loads for me just fine. I swear those plant turrets are useless. They work for like a day and then they stop working. You go and check, it's totally full of fertilizer and everything, and they just don't do anything. See? Loaded up fully. I've got it set to shoot Phiomia, Pelagornis, Pterodons, Dodos. Yeah, I would set it to shoot these other creatures, but they're, when they get hit, they become aggressive, and then they wreck my base because it's not all stone; it's also wood. So I'd rather not have that happen. So I just have it shooting parasaurs and things that run, but they don't. It's like it shoots for a while and then just kind of stops. I don't know. And then I found if you break it and regrow it, and then it'll shoot for a while and then stop again. So I don't know. So the plan with this area out here is I wanted to raise frogs. I've never done it. And I know they have a different system. You have to like raise them from tadpoles. They like you do the eggs and the tadpoles, then they grow into frogs. So you need an enclosure for that, and this seemed like a perfect setup. So now I have to find some good frogs. I don't know why I actually want them, just because I've never done it before, but I love this berry. It's such a good berry. So anyway, I just wanted to do a little update. Show you Kat's new base she's going to be making. It's pretty cool over there. I'm glad to see she's playing again. So I'll probably be streaming Inside Isle later, and I think I might go back to streaming some Grim Dawn at some point. And because that was kind of, I had the most viewers on Twitch when I was doing Grim Dawn. So see if that brings anyone back. And so I'll probably do Insane Island. And the rules of Insane Island is play till we crash. So see how that goes, because it crashes a lot with 50 plus mods on it. And then you can follow me on Twitter at CurseTheCluster1. You can follow me on Instagram, CurseTheCluster, and then all of these Twitch videos get uploaded to YouTube and eventually made public as I get views on them. So if I get views, I put the next one up. I get views, I put the next one up. So, and that is also CurseTheCluster over there on YouTube. So if you wanted to see the progress of all this bases and where they came from and past series, it's all there. Lots and lots of videos. So until later today, I'll see you guys later. So have a good one.